Hi friends, welcome to today's class. So today's question is, Arun bought 40 kg of sugar at the rate of 9.50 per kilogram and same quantity of sugar at the rate of 8.50 per kilogram and mixed them. She sold the mixture at the rate of 8.90 per kilogram. Find his total profit or loss in the transaction. So what's the given question? So Arun, he is buying 40 kg of sugar at the rate of 9.50 per kilogram. So some 40 kilogram of sugar he is buying at the rate of 9.50 rupees, 9.5 rupees per kilogram, and same quantity, that means again some 40 kilogram he is buying at the rate of rupees 8.5 per kilogram. Then he is mixing both and then he is selling them at the rate of 8.90 per kg. Then find his total profit or loss in the transaction. So this type of question we have already done. The number of oranges. The oranges are sold at the rate of 4 rupee or 5 rupee. Then they are mixed together. They are bought at 5 rupee or 4 rupee, and then they are mixed together and then they are sold at 9 rupee. Likewise, the questions we have discussed earlier in my previous videos. So here, this question can be done in a more simpler way. There is a shortcut method for this. We can just ignore this 40 kilogram. There is no need for considering the quantity at all, because 40 kilogram and 40 both are same. Okay, both are 40 kilogram, and then they are mixing together and then it is sold at the rate of 8.90 per kg. So as we have seen in our previous questions, whatever be the quantity, it will be cancelled out because the same quantity will come both in the numerator and the denominator. So it is solved out. So no need of considering this at all. So what we can do is that the total cost price will be equal to the cost price for 1 kg. We can take the total cost price for 1 kg. It will be equal to 9.50. What is the cost of 1 kilogram? 9.50. And what is the cost of 1 kilogram here? 8.50. So 9.5 plus 8.5 divided by 2. Okay. So when he is mixing 1 kilogram at the rate of 9.5 per kilogram and another kilogram at the rate of 8.5, and he is mixing together. So when they are mixed together, 2 kilogram will be there. So what will be the cost price of 1 kg? 9.50 plus 8.50 divided by 2. So suppose here when it was 40 means what will come? 9.50 into 40 plus 8.50 into 40 divided by 2 into 40. So all the 40s will be cancelled out. So now we are just considering. So the result will be same only. It will be same as 9.5 plus 8.5 divided by 2. So we are just considering 1 kg. So that is a shortcut method here. So it will be more simpler to calculate and there won't be any confusion also. So 9.50 plus 8.50 by 2 will be getting it as rupees 9. So 9 rupees is the cost price of 1 kilogram. And what about selling price of 1 kilogram? It is sold at the rate of rupees 8.98 rupees 90 paisa. Then what is the loss? The selling price is less when compared to the cost price. So there is a loss, and what is the loss? Rupees 10 paisa. 10 paisa is the loss for 1 kilogram. For 1 kilogram the loss is 10 paisa. So here how many kilograms are there? 40 kilogram and 40 kilogram. The total it will come to 80 kilogram. So 80 kilogram is sold here. So when 10 paisa is the loss for 1 kilogram, then the loss for 80 kilogram will be equal to 10 paisa into 80. So what will come? The final answer is rupees 8. So 8 will be the total loss for 80 kilogram. So normally when we do, what we have to do? We have to find the total cost price, the cost price for 40 kilogram. So 40 into 9.5 plus 40 into 8.5 divided by 2 into 40. So we will be getting the total cost price. Then we have to find out the total selling price, 8.90 into 80. And then we can find out the loss and the corresponding loss percentage if it is asked. Here loss percentage is not asked. Only the total profit or loss in the transaction is asked. So here what we are doing is that we are finding out the loss for 1 kilogram and then that loss into 80 kilogram will give us the total loss in the transaction. So that is the method here, unitary method. We are finding out the loss for 1 kilogram, then we are extending it to 80 kilogram in order to find out the total loss in the transaction. So Vidya bought 2 tables for rupees 1,600 and sold the first at 10% profit and the second at 20% profit. If he sold the first at 20% profit and second at 10% profit, she would get rupees 5 more. Find the difference between the cost prices of two bicycles. So what's the question here? The Vidya is buying two bicycles. One is for rupees 1600 and she is selling the first at 10% profit and the second at 20% profit. Total cost price is 1600 and so she is selling, the total cost price is 1600 and she is selling the first at 10% profit. So what will be SP1? SP1 will be equal to 1.1 into CP1. Okay, so this is just I am writing an outline. Then what will be the second one? Second selling price is she is selling at a 20% profit. Okay, so CP1 and CP2 let's represent by X and Y. CP1 is equal to X and CP2 is equal to Y in order to make it easier. Okay, now she is selling, now this is just getting interchanged. Okay, so now she is selling the first one at 20% profit and the second one at 10% profit means she would get rupees 5 more. The difference between the two selling prices is rupees 5. So we have to find out the cost price, difference between the cost prices of the two bicycles. Here it's not given to find out the cost price, it is just to find out the difference between the cost prices. It is more easy, just we have to find out X minus Y. So that's a given question. So now let's proceed. So how to do this? So like this, SP1 is equal to 1.1X. X is the selling cost price 1. The first is sold at 10% profit and the second is sold at 20% profit, so 1.2y. So the total selling price in the first case will be equal to 1.1x plus 1.2y. Okay, so that is the total selling price in the first case. So SP1 will be equal to 1.1x plus 1.2y. What about the second case? In second case, SP1 will be equal to 1.2x. and SP2 will be equal to 1.1y. The first is sold at 20% profit and the second is sold at 10% profit. So what will be the total selling price? The total selling price will be equal to 1.2x plus 1.1y. Then what is given? The difference between the two selling prices. The total difference between the selling prices is rupees 5. That means in the second case, she is getting 5 rupees more. Okay, when the selling price is 1.2x plus 1.1y, she is getting rupees 5 more when compared to 1.1x plus 1.2y. So we can say that the SP2 minus SP1 is actually 5 rupees. That's a given information. So from that what we will be getting? 1.2x minus 1.1x. What we will be getting? 0.1. So 0.1x minus 1.1 minus y minus 1.2y. So it will be 0.1y. So 0.1x minus 0.1y is equal to rupees 5. So what we have to find out? We are asked to find out x minus y. Okay. So we are asked to find out x minus y. So from this we can easily find out x minus y. The 0.1, if we are taking as common, 0.1 into x minus y is equal to 5. So what is x minus y? X minus y will be equal to 5 divided by 0.1, which is equal to 5 into 10, that is rupees 50. So x minus y is rupees 50, or we can say the difference between the cost prices of two bicycles is equal to rupees 50. So even though the question seems a little complex, here what we have to determine? Only the difference between the cost prices of the two bicycles, which can be easily found out when you formulate the equations. Okay, so using this equation, what SP is equal to XCP, you can easily form the equations and from that you can easily find out the answer to x minus y. Now question number 3 is an interesting question. A shopkeeper gives 4% discount on the marked price and gives one article free for buying every 15 articles and thus gain 35%. The marked price is above the cost price by what percentage? So what's the given question? Let's break down the question into simpler parts so we can easily find out the answer. A shopkeeper is giving 4% discount on the marked price. So what is the meaning? Actually, the shopkeeper is giving, what is the selling price? Selling price will be equal to 96% of the marked price because he is giving a 4% discount. So SP is equal to 0.96 NP. Let NP mark the marked price and SP give the selling price. Selling price is equal to 96% of the marked price, or selling price is equal to 0.96 MP. Now he is giving one article free for buying every 15 articles and thus gain 35%. So when 15 articles are bought, when 15 articles are bought, he will be giving one article free. So with 15 articles, he will be giving one more article. And even though by giving like this, he is able to gain 35% gain. Then we have to find out the relation between marked price and cost price, or the marked price is above the cost price by what percentage. That's a given question. So from this selling price information and this information, we have to formulate an equation representing the relationship between the marked price and the cost price. So when he is selling 15 articles, he is giving one article free. That means what is the meaning? He is actually taking the selling price of 15 articles only. So selling price of 15 articles will be equal to how much articles he is giving. Actually 16 articles he is giving. Even though he is taking the selling price of 15 articles only, he is giving one article for free. So cost price of 16 articles we have to consider here, because he is giving one article free. So, and what is the relation? How much is the gain? 35% is the gain. So we can write as 1.35. Selling price of 15 articles is equal to 1.35 into cost price of 16 articles. Because he is giving 16 articles when a person buys 15. One article he is giving for free. The selling price of only 15 articles should be taken into consideration because he is giving one article for free. But when it comes to cost price, the entire 16 articles cost price should be taken into consideration. I hope you understood the meaning. One article is given for free, so that price will not be included in the selling price, but of course that price will come in the cost price. The selling price of 15 articles is equal to 1.35 into cost price of 16 articles. Now we can easily write down the formula. What is the selling price of one article? 0.96 MP, where MP is the marked price. So for 15 articles it will be equal to 15 into 0.96 MP, and this is equal to 1.35 into what is the cost price of 16 articles? We don't know. So let us write as 16 CP. The CP is representing the cost price of one article. So by solving this, we can easily find out the relationship between the marked price and the cost price. So 15 into 0.96, we'll be getting it as 14.4. Marked price is equal to 1.35 into 16 is 21.6 cost price. So from that, cancelling out, we'll be getting marked price is equal to 1.5 cost price. This is the relationship between marked price and cost price. So what is the meaning? Marked price is above the cost price by what percentage? That's a given question. So 1.5 we can write it as 1 plus 0.5. Then what is the meaning? 0.5 means 0.5 into 100, 50%. So marked price is above the cost price by 50%. So that is our final answer. Thank you for watching.